Hello guys, happy Monday. I don't know if this will be going up tonight, but it's a Monday. Welcome back to my video. Today I thought that I would do another clean with me, do a weekly reset, etc, etc. Usually I would like to do this on a Sunday, but I was too busy laying on the beach yesterday. So we're gonna do an apartment reset. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a bit of a bomb site. It's pretty fucking bad. But I thought that we could have a bit of a catch up, gas bag. I got you guys to ask me on Instagram any topics that you want me to talk shit about, just because this is obviously longer form content, so I can go into a little bit more detail. So anything that you want to gas bag about, that's what the purpose of this video is, whilst I clean. If that's something that you would be interested in, then you should subscribe, continue watching the video, give it a thumbs up, you know, all the cliche things that YouTubers ask you to do. Little darling and I say hello. Oh, isn't she precious? All right, I don't even really know where to start. I always like to start in the kitchen because I was really naughty last night and I went to bed. To be honest, I didn't even realize that I forgot to clean up after dinner until I woke up this morning and saw the state of my apartment. So there's that. One hard and fast rule that my mum always had was you should never go to bed with a messy kitchen. You should always do your dinner dishes. But I didn't do that. This might be a bit noisy for me to talk to you guys. So let me just quickly zhuzh up the place and then we'll chit chat. Also really want to clean out my pantry at some point. My pantry situation, the setup, hurts my brain. Truly, it hurts my brain. I don't even want to show you guys because it's embarrassing. It just doesn't make sense. But, you know, it's a problem for another day, not right now. The worst part about doing these Clean With Me series is I can't listen to music whilst I do them. Just know that I love you guys. I don't do this lightly. Interesting. Oh, I would love a coffee too. We'll probably take a cleaning break to go get a coffee. Not gonna lie, I will absolutely be needing that. Do you guys think that my hair is resembling... Is it the mammoth from Ice Age? I don't know what animal I'm thinking of. I love this bowl. I got it from a little random store in Byron Bay a few years ago. I only bought one because I'm pretty sure this was like $40, $30 or $40. But it's so beautiful. I remember though, this part there used to be like a yellow. It used to be like a yellow dot. I was eating something one day and it was crunchy and it was that. Other than that, I don't put that in the dishwasher. I take very good care of it. But other than that, nothing is broken off. So I'd say it was money well spent. But I would love to have all, just because I obviously have my open... Oh my god, the wind's blowing on me. Oh my god.
1 hour later.
Okay. Oh, it actually smells quite nice. No, but I'm not joking on it. Holy cow, what is that? I did not buy this. Jif. Okay, kitchen is done. See, that actually didn't take that long. I had no excuse not to do that last night. That took me, what, 10 minutes? Yeah. Would love to start taking my collagen again every day. Get over there. You know how when you were a kid and if you had siblings or you lived with your parents or whatever, and you would put shit away and then you would close the cupboard really quickly and be like, whoever opens that cupboard next, it's their problem. I still do that to this day, and I have lived alone for the last like 5 years. Do you know how many containers have fallen out onto my head because I'm a dumbass? Okay, we're gonna do the laundry next. Honey's kitty litter is a disaster. One must attend to that. Actually, we're gonna put a load of washing on. The thing about cleaning your apartment, God, I wish I had a fucking lighter tripod. This is gonna be an arm workout. The thing about cleaning your apartment is, first of all, you wanna find a good flow. I always like to do the kitchen first. But another good idea could be going through your apartment and putting everything in their correct room. So like if you've got clothes in your living room, going and putting the clothes in the living room, in the bedroom. And then if you've got fucking beauty products in your kitchen, go and put them in the bathroom. That's shit like that. So dump everything in its correct room and then work your way down. Me, however, there is no method to my madness today, unfortunately. I'm just gonna go where my heart desires. Also, I'm a bit overwhelmed because my apartment is a shit show. Hello, Muffin. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but the one thing you want to do is obviously, I don't want to flash you guys my knickers. And let's go this way where there's light. Oh, that's much better. I would like things to be happening all at the same time. So I'm going to put a load of washing on so that whilst I continue to clean my apartment, the washing machine is going. And then I can hang it out. I also need to check the weather and see if I can hang the load of washing out. I think I can. I don't think there's rain coming. Also, separate your whites from your colours, your filthy animals. That is just... I never thought that it did anything. I was like, oh, it's so not important. But then I noticed slowly that my whites were turning grey. And then I go, oh, okay, well, I guess my mum was right. Oh, how's this also, actually? Love Dotty. These are the best t-shirts in the world. Ordered these online. And it came with stuff on it. Like little stains. Thankfully it's on the back, so worst comes to worst and I can't get it out. I don't even want to think about what that is. All of this is together. Let's triple check that I've got all my dirty washing. There's nothing worse than putting a load on. Although my washing machine, I learnt the other day, I forgot to put some stuff in. It lets me open it. I think it must be within the first 10 or 15 minutes of the cycle I can open the door. My washing machine growing up with my family home, that shit was like fucking Fort Knox. Once that was locked, that bitch was locked. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Right, so everyone wants a love life, dating life update. I think I must have mentioned, I think I mentioned on TikTok that I went on a date a couple of weeks ago. I don't even know when it was. 1 or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Went on a date with a man. You guys would be very proud. If you guys don't know, I very rarely will hit on a man. I'll never make the first move. But in this case, I made the first move. Can you see my knickers? Yes, you can. Don't look at my G-string. Okay. We'll go 30. Turn on, you bastard. There we go. Such a pretty backyard. Hi, miss. What are you doing? What's up? Good girl. You can stay down here. So, obviously the main question, people are like, dating in the eastern suburbs. How's the love life going? The date was good. I can't complain about the date. It was really nice. As I was telling you guys before, if you don't know, I will not hit on a man. I have this sickness, this illness. I simply just cannot put myself out there or be vulnerable. But in this situation, I saw this man at my local cafe. Risky because it is kind of like shitting where you eat if things don't go well. But yeah, I saw him at my local cafe and I thought, oh, he's really cute. I saw that my friend Tiana, who also manages Blackwood, knew him. She'd like directed him to a table where his friends were sitting, but he sat down at a table of 3 girls. So I was like, okay, well, he's either gay or in a relationship, because I mean the odds of him sitting down with 3 girls and not being one of those 2 is slim. I started following him on Instagram, and then anyway, we went on a date. It was fine. It was really nice actually. We went to Dear St. Eloise in Potts Point. Potts Point. Really, really nice there. Really nice date spot actually. I was quite impressed that he had that in his repertoire, so I'm assuming that he's either been on a date there before or he's asked his girlfriends to give him some recommendations. Anyway, the date was nice. I've bumped into him since, but nothing else has really come. But I'm in a different, I'm a different version of myself dating this time around. I'm being much more intentional, because I'm not going out looking for it. I'm not going on multiple dates a week. I'm not spreading myself too thin. I'm still being quite reserved and sticking to myself as a person. Like I could never go on a date with someone that I'm not genuinely interested in. I'm not coming across desperate, if that makes sense. I guess I'm being more intentional with, I am opening myself up a little bit more. I'm approaching more men. I'm just letting myself be a little bit less guarded in that respect. When it comes to dating, I am not sleeping with anyone until, say, the 3rd or 4th date, because I want a little bit of that chemistry to build. And again, this isn't because of the bullshit. They don't respect you if you sleep with them on the first date. It does. I genuinely believe that it really doesn't matter if you sleep with them on the first date or the 10th date. If they want to date you, they're going to want to date you, and vice versa. If you sleep with someone on the first date and then you never want to see them again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's because the man slept with you on the first date. Dating is very complicated, and I think I'm yeah, rather than being more blasé, not really caring about what I'm doing, I'm intentionally dating, making sure that I'm going on dates with people I'm genuinely interested in, only chatting to people that I'm interested in. I don't have any friends with benefit situations. I'm not sleeping around. Between you and me, it's been a long time since I've had sex. And I'm being very, very open and honest in today's video. But you know, I get a lot of questions all the time as a single woman living on her own in her 20s, what it's like. And you know, it's not that bad. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's not. It's like with anything. Some days are easier than others. The first couple of months of not having sex was definitely hard, but now I'm in a bit of a groove. I'm also a very independent person and I know what I want. I feel like for a long time there, I didn't know if I wanted a relationship. I'm not even talking about recently. I'm talking about in the last few years, like 2 to 3 years. I genuinely didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know if I wanted a partner. I didn't know if I wanted to get into a relationship. I didn't know if I wanted to sleep around and sow my wild oats. I didn't know. And I feel like that is worse than what I'm in now. Right now, I know what I want. I know that I want to find a partner that's suitable for me and that makes me laugh and that's fun and that's handsome and that's tall and has a mustache. And I'm okay not having sex and waiting. It has nothing to do with the man. It has nothing to do with hoping that it'll increase my chances of getting a boyfriend. It's truly for my own benefit. I just want to let that chemistry build a little bit more. I think my brother worries about my hyper independence, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I would rather people wonder why I'm single than wonder why I'm with the man I'm with. So, take that as you will. I need to go get some shits. But, a lot of you want to know what it's like dating in the eastern suburbs. What I want you to do is go and Google the Hunger Games for me and watch any one of the scenes from when they're out there fucking killing each other. It's a nightmare. It's actually awful. I don't think I've ever heard anyone speak so low of an experience in their lives like I have heard single people talk about dating in the eastern suburbs. I don't know, dating in the eastern suburbs is grim. It's so bad. I keep seeing girls get fucking stood up by men, like they'll confirm dates and times and places and then the guy just doesn't show up. Like, it's fucking terrifying. I'm seeing it happen to women all the time. And I tell you right now, if that happens to me, that is my villain origin story. Right fucking there. I get stood up, I will bring hell down on these men. And you know what? It'll probably fucking happen to me. I guarantee it. Oh, has anyone seen... I can't believe I'm bringing more attention to this person. Kat Clark, I think she's in Hawaii. No, she is in Hawaii at the moment with her family. And she made a TikTok where she was like, because obviously there's a lot of discourse around whether you should visit Hawaii. And look, I'll be honest, I don't fully understand why they don't want tourists to go there, but I've seen enough, well, what I'm assuming are locals, and pretty sure it was even like possibly the Hawaiian like leaders, like their mayor, maybe something like that, ask people to not visit there because their economy can't handle it. I don't really get that because I would have assumed that tourism boosts the economy, but it's something about the locals. Anyway, everyone sort of knows that you just don't go to Hawaii right now. It's not like the best holiday destination. And Kat Clark is obviously facing backlash because she's booked a fucking holiday there. So then she jumps on TikTok and goes, well, we rang a bunch of hotels and asked them like what should we do, and they all told us to come. So you rang the one group of people that relies solely on tourists to pay their bills if you should come with, like, the logic just made me want to bang my head against a wall. And so I made a TikTok responding to it, like I stitched it. Literally didn't say anything. I was just eating some chips and just laughed. And then it got reported for bullying. I disputed it and it got put back up. And then I guess a bunch of her little minion followers were like, I can't believe you bully her, blah, blah, blah. First of all, babe, I don't think you understand the definition of bullying. This is absolutely not bullying. I'm not jumping on a hate train, a hate bandwagon or anything like that either. It's just entitlement and silly. Like, of all the places in the world you could choose to go, I know that your daughter really wants to go to Hawaii, but fuck, maybe take her somewhere else. It was so annoying. And I stand by what I said or didn't say because it's just very selfish. And also, this other stuff, I'm pretty sure she was the girl that was crying when Anna Paul, woman, she's a mother, she was crying when Anna Paul launched her skincare brand, because I guess it's like in direct competition with her skincare brand. Like, and I don't know, she's just a very peculiar creator because she jumps online crying about how, I don't know, it was so embarrassing, the secondhand embarrassment I got from that. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for this creator because she's done a lot of weird, questionable shit. She also complained about like the cost of starting a business and she had to remortgage her home, blah, blah, blah. And then literally a month later she moves into a warehouse. So it's like, were you just like tugging on people's sympathy strings to sell some product and then miraculously you've moved into a warehouse a month later? Like, I don't know, curious shit. I don't usually talk about stuff like this, but it's it made me laugh. and also agitated me a bit, but I digress. Okay, I got a little bit sidetracked, but we're gonna go get a coffee. Can I please get a flat white with a quarter sugar, just full cream milk? Thanks guys. Have a good day. Oh god, please don't be. Tell you what, this camera is fucking durable. We have our lovely bean juice. I've been really naughty lately. This is me saying this out loud to hold myself accountable. I've not been using my Keep cup at all, which is very disappointing, and I should do better. It's not on. So no more coffee unless it's in a Keep cup. Certain circumstances, obviously you can't help it, but Blackwood coffee is so good. Okay, back to karaoke. The man has me smiling at my phone, and it's not the man I went on a date with the other night. Moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup. Okay, we're back from getting a coffee. Look at little Miss Mouse. Oh, you're so cute. You're so small. Aren't you? You're the smallest little baby. Okay, we have to work around the baby now. She may or may not get up in this process though, because too much movement around her, wigs are out. Also, I'm going, when I was getting home from the gym this morning, my neighbor from downstairs told me that tonight is some eclipse or something. I don't know, she said it's super powerful, and that if I wanted to set any goals or dreams or anything like that, if I want to set any goals or anything like that, that tonight is the night to do it. And so her friends are coming over to do like a meditation. One of her friends is like a, I don't know, very loose with the plans, but meeting in the backyard around 7 p.m. What I'm picturing in my mind is Betty White from The Proposal. Just fucking chanting. But we'll see what happens. Okay, I've got nowhere else to put you but to be backlit, so we're just gonna have to cop that. I think it should be okay. Oh my gosh, okay, so we have a new neighbor in the building. It's a man, so my neighbor next door, Nellie, she, when we had wines on Easter, was saying how her other neighbor had just, her other housemate had just moved out. This is a little tea for you, slash a little fucking terrifying run-in with my new neighbor. So I knew that she was looking for a new housemate, and then last night, something I very rarely do is eat dinner in the backyard. Not for any reason, I'm usually too lazy to carry it down the steps and eat it out there. I'm usually finished it by the time I would get to that point. But anyway, it was a really nice evening. It was the first night of daylight savings ending, so the sun was setting a little bit earlier. So I wanted to go down and enjoy the sunlight before it went down. And while I was sitting down there, Nellie's back door opened, and I looked up thinking it was going to be her, and it was this man, and I was like, oh, hello. And he was like, hi. I think he might be Brazilian or something, like there's an accent there. But yeah, he was grabbing his shoes that he had on the back steps, and he introduced himself. I introduced myself. He stayed for maybe a little bit longer than I would have preferred. He kind of like lingered a bit, so that straight away I was like, oh, please don't get the wrong idea, especially when there's a bit of a language barrier. I feel like they can read into some things, and I don't know, it can just be a little bit trickier to navigate with the language barrier. He eventually went upstairs, and then Honey before he'd come down, Honey had followed me down the stairs when I very first came out. I was keeping an eye on her because Ivy, the cat from downstairs, who has beaten the shit out of Honey once or twice, was also in the backyard. So I was just keeping an eye on them. And so I remember I turned around when I first sat down before this man came out, and I took a photo of Honey because she was sitting on the steps and her and Ivy were staring at each other, and it was quite cute. And then fast forward to me chatting with the neighbor, him going back upstairs. I turned around a couple of times to keep an eye on Honey and Ivy, and I noticed that he was up in his kitchen, which is like where my laundry is, that overlooks the windows that overlook the backyard. He was in his equivalent. Oh, it's very loud, isn't it? He was in his equivalent. He was standing at his window that overlooks the backyard, staring down at me. And so I was down there for 10 or 15 minutes, and he was there the whole time looking. And then I remembered that I took a photo of the cats. So I went back and looked at the photo. Lo and behold, he's up there in the top right hand corner watching me. Yeah, look, it's not ideal at all, but what else did you guys want me to talk about? Oh, the pill. Someone else asked if I could talk about the pill. So I was on the pill for 10 years, came off it, and then swiftly remembered why I originally went on the pill in the first place. My periods are horrifically painful, quite debilitating. It just awful. And I don't really want to have to go through that. And I feel like I got caught up, when I came off the pill, I got caught up in the whole villainizing of the pill. And I don't want to call them conspiracy theories because I feel like some of what people are saying is true. But for the most part, I really don't think the pill is that bad for you. Especially when periods are so debilitating, like it's just... Anyway, I digress. So I came off the pill and then remembered why I actually can't be off the pill. And so I went back on the pill, and then I started getting migraines, which I'd never gotten before. And they were the most horrific, painful migraines I've ever experienced. Well, I'd never experienced one before. So then I had to come back off the pill, unfortunately. And then we discussed, but obviously I don't want to be off the pill because, you know, I want some form of contraception. So then my doctor prescribed me a progesterone only pill, but because ideally I would love to get the IUD, whatever the one is that is inserted up in your vagina. I would love to get that, but because I'm a little bit anxious about the surgery and the whole procedure, she's decided to put me on the progesterone only pill first, to make sure I don't have any bad side effects to the single hormone pill, because obviously the side effects with everything, but she just wants to make sure before I go through that quite invasive surgery that I don't respond badly. Because imagine if I fucking get it inserted and then all of a sudden my body does not like progesterone only pills and I have to get it removed. Like, that would just be fucked up. So obviously how it works is the IUD is a smaller localized amount of hormones, so the likelihood of reacting to that is lower, much lower. So if I take the pill, which is it's a lot more hormones going throughout the whole body, if I don't react to that, the IUD will be perfectly fine. If I only have slight or small reactions to the pill, the progesterone only pill, I will still be fine with the IUD. But if I have some fucking crazy ass wild reactions, then the IUD insertion will be a no-go. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing progesterone properly. So yeah, that's what we're doing. But this all came about maybe 6 weeks before my sister's wedding, and I didn't want to run the risk of like one of the side effects being weight gain and I don't fit into my bridesmaid dress, or hormonal breakouts and having bumpy skin for the photos. So I've held off until now. So I really need to, I haven't even gotten my script filled, so I need to go and do that so that I can test it out and go back on the pill. Because even another thing that is super invasive with being off the pill, which I forgot about, when I'm off the pill and I'm just getting my period naturally, I can't run or exercise or do anything high intensity for the 5 days leading up to my period and then 3 days into my period. So I lose 8 days a month where I can't do anything too strenuous on my body because I cramp to the point where I have collapsed in the street because it feels like someone is tearing my uterus apart and I have to curl up into a ball and try and like smush it back together. It is the most fucked up, barbaric feeling. Like, it's awful. It is truly awful, and I fucking despise anyone that says the pill is bad for you. Like, periods are meant to be painful. No, the fuck they're not. Whoever is spreading that narrative is a dickhead. Periods are not meant to be painful. Periods being painful are not normal. It's not natural. Shut the hell up, get educated, and shut your lips. So yeah, that is my update on the pill. I am pro doing whatever the fuck you want or need in order to get through this. I went on the pill when I was in high school because I was missing too much school. Okay, let's clean my bathroom. It's not looking too bad, but I want to give the shower a little bit of a scrub-a-dub-dub. I like these things, and I've learnt from past mistake when I'm using any cleaning products that have bleach in it to wear gloves, because otherwise it makes your fingers ache. And then we're gonna put some gloves on. Everything always has to go in the left first. Left hand first when I'm putting my shoes on, left sock first, left shoe first. I kind of love the smell of bleach. I've got a question for you because this was just asked to me by a man. Go figure. He said, would you rather have 1 minute of excellent sex or 20 to 30 minutes of average sex? I answered very quickly and said 1 minute of excellent sex. My bath was actually more filthy than it appeared. The water pressure in my shower lately actually reminds me I really need to email my real estate because the water pressure has been garbage. Now we'll scrub the toilet, but you guys don't need to see that. Even though it's pretty clean. I pretty much clean my toilet every time because I'm not a fucking animal. Oh my god, I saw a TikTok of a woman that was like, she didn't have a toilet brush in her bathroom, or maybe it was like a guest bathroom or something like that. And she was like, toilet brushes are ugly, they're not aesthetically pleasing. You know what's more ugly and less aesthetically pleasing? Skid marks in the toilet. What are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What an odd thing to be concerned about. Imagine the stress. You take a poop in that toilet, there's skid marks, you look down, there's no toilet brush. Oh my god. We've had a decent cleaning day. I feel like I've achieved a lot. I've gotten a lot done that I would have liked to. So I think I might end this vlog here so that I can start editing it. Will I get it up tonight? Who knows? Probably not. I would like to though. Maybe I could. Oh, there's a hole in the crotch of my beach pants. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave some feedback down in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. I would like to start being more active in my comments on YouTube. Again, holding myself accountable by saying it out loud to you guys. So yeah, let's start a convo down in the comments below. Yeah, let's have a bit of a gas bag, shall we? But don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.